Would you believe me if I told you a teacher once told me I would achieve nothing with my life if I kept on solving this cube?
That's it. I'm gonna touch you. It's actually
Wrong audience.
Fast forward to now, I have grown a social media channel from 0 to 1 million subscribers in only 10 months. I was recognized as the 4th Thailand Rising Star in 2022, and I was among the top 10 cubers in Thailand. All of this happened because of this cube. So, why is overcoming challenges important? Because life is full of obstacles, and if you learn how to face them head on, you'll be able to transform your life. Today, I'm going to be sharing my secret formula to how I overcome my challenges using these 5 powerful strategies.
that's a different.
As you can see, it's blurred right now, but don't worry, I'll slowly reveal them one by one. Let me take you back a few years ago when I had to change schools. I felt extremely lonely, and being around unfamiliar people, that did not help at all. All I wanted was to just make a friend. Until one day, I saw a classmate solving a Rubik's Cube. That was the start of my Rubik's Cube addiction. My life back then revolved around only 3 things: sleeping, eating, and solving this cube. Even in class, I would continue cubing, which made my teachers pretty mad at me. I don't know why though. One day during recess, as you guys can probably guess, I was solving my Rubik's Cube. A teacher suddenly approached me, and after some small talk, he said something to me that I can still remember to this day. He asked me, "When will you stop solving that cube? Otherwise, you won't do anything with your life." When I heard that, I felt angry. But at the same time, I also felt determined to prove him wrong. "It's my choice," I replied. This experience led me to my first strategy: discovering your passion. Passion is that thing that excites you to wake up in the morning. It's what you lose track of time doing. For me, it was cubing, and later on, creating content. Discovering your passion can also be pretty challenging, but once you find it, it becomes a very powerful tool in your life. So the question is, how do you find it? Like I just said, passion is what you find exciting and what you lose track of time doing. So just explore different activities. And if you can't find it, don't worry. Discovering your passion takes a lot of trial and error, so it's very normal. When COVID struck, me and my family were quarantined for 9 days. Let me tell you, that was the pain I felt. It was unbearable. Every time I swallowed my saliva, it just felt like someone kept stabbing me in the throat over and over again. I was miserable. After the pain faded, boredom hit hard. The plain walls, tiny windows, and that clock that kept ticking on, telling me that I couldn't leave, I felt hopeless. But it was during one of these low moments that my dad asked me something. He said to me, "Are there any good things about getting COVID?" At first, I thought this was a very silly question. Like, what type of question is this? But after a few hours, I realized something. I had a lot of free time. What if I did something productive? This ended up leading me to creating my first ever Rubik's Cube video, combining my love for cubing and content creation. Have you ever seen things differently just because you chose to look at it from a different perspective? If you have, that is called reframing. Reframing is about changing your mindset to see opportunities in challenges. And by changing your perspective, you can turn a negative situation into a positive one. So, how do you reframe? Start by asking yourself different types of questions. Instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" change it to, "What can I learn from this?" or are there any positive aspects to this? Reframing is about finding that positive aspect and using that to your advantage. As I continue making videos, I often blame the algorithm when I got low views. It was easier to blame something else rather than taking accountability. But realizing that my actions directly influence my outcome, this was a game changer. I started to analyze my videos. I improved its quality. I chose better video ideas, and I engaged more with the audience. This instantly shifted my views from gaining about 10 to 100 views per video to instantly gaining hundreds of thousands per video. This experience taught me the importance of cause and effect. In a situation, you can either choose to be the cause or the effect. By choosing to be the cause, it's all about yourself. How can I improve? But by choosing to be the effect, you're just going to blame everything else that is not in your control. By understanding this relationship, you can make better decisions and take control of the results you want. Now, let me tell you something that happened literally 10 minutes ago. But before I tell you the story, I will have to explain what the fourth strategy is first, and that is self-awareness. And it's very simple. Know what you're thinking and know what you're feeling at any given moment. Something my dad likes to tell me is, if you can't control your emotions, the emotions will control you. So, how do you cultivate self-awareness? Start by using a scale from 0 to 10 to gauge how you're feeling. Now, with that out of the way, let me tell you what happened 10 minutes ago. Before I came up here on stage, I felt pretty nervous. On the scale, it was like a 7 out of 10. When I realized I felt nervous, I instantly used reframing. What can I learn from feeling nervous? The reason I felt so nervous was because I was scared of failure. I was scared of messing up on this stage. But I realized I'm only human. If I just did my best, that is already good enough for me. After I finished reframing, my nervousness dropped to about a 2 out of 10. Do you finally see how powerful these strategies are? Before I end this talk, here are some self-coaching questions you can ask yourself when you feel lost. First is, what is your goal? Secondly, what are the obstacles that prevent you from achieving the goal? Thirdly, are there any opportunities to achieve this goal? And finally, what do you need to do and when to achieve the goal? If you're able to answer these 4 self-coaching questions, you won't feel lost anymore. In summary, by discovering your passion, reframing your mindset, understanding cause and effect, cultivating self-awareness, and using these self-coaching questions, you won't feel lost anymore. Remember, it's not about the obstacles themselves, but how you choose to face them. Thank you.